Greetings to those who watch below. As we have seen twice before, there are many unknown and theorized species of creatures in the world. These entities are known as cryptids. Today, we shall look at my top 10 Central and South American cryptids. As a quick note, the chupacabra is not included, as I have already covered it in my North American cryptids list, and wanted to cover lesser known cryptids. So with that, welcome to the jungle. Number 10. El Cuero. Let's start as we mean to go on, with something that will make you want to cancel any trips you have to Chile, specifically lakes, as this is where El Cuero lives. This extremely dangerous creature has been nicknamed the aquatic tiger by locals, and this is far more for its ferocity than its looks. El Cuero is said to look like a large stingray between 2 and 5 feet across, with a whip-like tail. However, unlike other South American rays, Cuero has its eyes on snail-like stalks and a proboscis-like mouth that it uses to drain blood from any victims it overwhelms after surging from the lake waters onto dry land. Cryptozoologists theorize that El Cuero could very well be related, or even part of the same species, as another eerily similar lake monster known as Hueque hueque. Number 9. Ahuizotl. This creature that was supposed to inhabit the waterways and swamps of southwestern Mexico has not been sighted for almost 500 years, though certainly deserves a place on this list. Looking like a small dog or otter with streaked waterproof fur, you may be forgiven into thinking that this little guy is actually quite cute. And you may be right, until you realise that this beast has a hand at the end of its long, slender tail. Okay, so still kind of cute, right? A cryptid that can high-five you? Guess again, as the Ahuizotl loves sitting in a lake or stream and screaming like a small child or woman in distress. Once a passerby approaches to help, the Ahuizotl strikes, strangling their victim with its tail hand before devouring their eyes, nails and teeth, tossing the remnants into the cold, dark water. Number 8. Metepec creature. Found by Mexican farmers in 2007, the Metepec creature was thought to be a true extraterrestrial corpse. Actual evidence that we are not alone. The creature was described as about the size of a small cat, with a large head for its body and a long tail. The creature was also hairless and had whitish grey skin. It was originally captured live in a rat trap, but the farmers killed it after becoming terrified that it might escape. Urso Ruiz, who originally found the alien, sold it to journalist Jamie Musan in 2010. Eventually, Ruiz admitted online that he had made the whole thing up and created the creature himself, though no scientific evidence was able to back up his claims, as numerous labs from across the globe could not identify the species that the creature's DNA came from. Eventually, British experts were able to make a 3D model of the tiny beast and came to the conclusion that it was some type of monkey, most likely a buffy-tufted marmoset. This was backed up by Ruiz, who said he was sent it from a zoo for taxidermy and put it in the rat trap to see what happened. Or did he? Number 7. Nahulito. Us humans love a good lake monster, and those who live near the lake of Nahuel Huapi in Patagonia are no exception. Just like Nessie and Champi, Nahulito is named after the lake it calls home. Described as being a serpentine creature, a few photographs have been captured, mainly by anonymous witnesses, though as we all know, lake monsters and hoax photographs go hand in hand. Number 6. South American dinosaurs. We all know that dinosaurs once ruled the earth, but were extinct by the time that we came to dominance as a species. Why then do people report seeing these incredible creatures in modern-day Africa and South America? Many travellers in the Amazon have been told tales by the local indigenous tribes of massive sauropod-type creatures that distinctly resemble the Diplodocus, as travellers Leonard Clark and Lieutenant Colonel Percy Fawcett stated in 1945 and 1953 respectively. And according to reports in 1995, a group of geology students in the Sincora mountain range spotted not one, but two dinosaur-like creatures, describing them as being around 30 feet in total length, with a huge body, fearsome head, and long neck measuring about 6 foot, with an 8-foot tail. Number 5. Keroazel Monster. The Keroazel Monster, or Panama creature as it was also known, hit headlines in September of 2009 when it was discovered by a group of 14 to 16-year-old boys who were playing near a cave close to the Keroazel region in Panama. The boys were playing happily when they saw the creature emerge from the cave and started ambling towards them. Terrified, they assaulted the unknown beast with rocks and sticks, eventually killing it, and they fled the scene. After returning to the site, the boys took pictures of the strange, hairless and bloated body and sent them on to local news station Telemetro. The strange images spread across the world, and people were baffled as to what the thing was, leading to many different theories. Eventually, the mystery was unravelled by the National Environmental Authority of Panama, who were able to locate the monster's corpse 4 days after the boys' encounter. A biopsy showed that it was in fact a dead male brown-throated sloth. The sloth, it seemed, was dead before the boys even encountered it, and was most likely underwater in a stream when the boys saw it, having lost its hair due to natural decomposition, which is sped up by water. The creature would have looked strange, and the movement of water over the body could give the illusion the sloth was still alive. Number 4. Manta Man. No, this next cryptid is not Chile's latest superhero, but rather a strange flying humanoid that has been spotted throughout the northern end of the country since 2013. The first sighting happened on the 29th of September that year, with a witness spotting the creature rise up into the air from Bustamante Park in Santiago de Chile. When describing the creature, the man, who went by the name of Ignacio, said it looked like a manta ray, but also had leathery wings, much like a gargoyle. The cryptid has since been spotted sporadically by witnesses in Los Barrenechea and Santiago. Who knows what this thing is, but surely we haven't seen the last of it yet. Number 3. Eureka Monster. While we have already covered the lost dinosaurs of South America, the Eureka Monster deserves its own spot. First seen in 1980, this creature resembles either a dromaeosaur or kangaroo, depending on reports, and calls the vast Atacama Desert of Chile its home. Witnesses report seeing a huge bipedal monster that looks like one of the velociraptors from Jurassic Park while travelling the remote road that links the cities of Iquique and Arica through the Atacama Desert, some 2,000 kilometers north of Santiago. Sightings have continued up until 2004, where witnesses saw 4 of these beasts surround their car. Could it be that these ancient theropods still exist in one of the driest places on Earth? Number 2. Capelobo. The Capelobo of Brazil seems to be a regional variation of the werewolves and skinwalkers of Europe and North America. This bipedal creature looks incredibly muscular, with the body of a man covered in thick, coarse, matted fur, the claws and head of an anteater, and cloven hooves. The Capelobo looks menacing, even if you don't take into account its massive size, with witnesses saying that it looks to be over 7 foot tall while hunched over. The creature is also able to change somehow into an animal form that looks like a larger and leaner version of a tapir. The Capelobo can stun with its foul stink, and even those who survive the encounter will get headaches and dizziness from several days up to a month. It is also known for its shrill screams, which can be heard for tens of miles, and are powerful enough to bring even the hardiest of hunters to their knees and completely paralyze most with fear. While carnivorous, they do not actively hunt humans, preferring to kill dogs, cats, and goats, draining the animals of blood with their long, prehensile tongue. Number 1. Titanoboa. If you have a fear of snakes, then this final entry is probably not for you. The Titanoboa is thought to be extinct by the scientific community, and was known to be the largest species of snake to have ever existed on our planet, dominating the Colombian region of South America around 58 million years ago, meaning that this creature survived the massive extinction event that wiped out the dinosaurs. This serpent is known to have reached lengths of up to 42 feet long and weighed in at a massive 2,500 pounds. Similar to other large snakes such as the anaconda, the Titanoboa would have crushed its victims to death before eating them whole. Reports throughout the last century show that these gargantuan monsters could still be alive today within the jungles of the Amazon, leaving huge tracks in their wake as they sliver their way through the remote jungle in search of their next meal. And that's it for today's video. Which was your favourite cryptid? Let me know in the comments section below. Please remember to like and share this video and subscribe to the channel for more weekly horror content. Also, if you're subscribed, make sure to click the notification bell so that you're informed when my future videos are up. And if you haven't seen my earlier cryptid lists, I've linked them in the description box below. So, until next time, sleep tight.